Rivers head of service resigned from office. Oh boy. So Rivers State head of civil service has resigned. Why? I'm sure the government, and I'm sure that was after the new SSG was appointed in the state by the so-called administrator. Now, wow. The Rivers State head of service, Dr. George Nweke, has resigned from office. His resignation was announced in a statement on Tuesday signed by the Chief of Staff to the Rivers State Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ebokete Ekweibas. So the statement expressed appreciation for Nweke's contribution to the administration of the Sole Administrator in the few days he served and wished him success in his future endeavors. So in the interim, Dr. Mrs. Yingi Brown, the Permanent Secretary for Welfare in the Office of the Head of Service, has been appointed in an acting capacity until the substantive Head of Service is named. So while congratulating Brown on her appointment, Abbas reaffirmed his commitment to neutrality, peace, and stability in Rivers State. So the statement reads, the statement office of His Excellency the Administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Retired Ebok Ete Ekweibas, GFR, is saddened to announce the resignation of the Head of Service Rivers State, Dr. George Nweke, FCA, MNI. So His Excellency the Administrator appreciates the immense contribution he had shown this administration in the short period he served and wishes him well in his future endeavors. Nweke's resignation comes just 1 week after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declared the state of emergency in Rivers State, suspending Governor Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy Ngozi Maudu, and all members of State Assembly. So the president's decision has drawn widespread criticism from major political figures, civil society organizations, the Nigerian Bar Association, the Nigerian Labour Congress, and significant portion of Rivers State residents. Okay, so now that this man has resigned, what made him to resign? We need to know. Did he resign because the government is changing and it's no law, or he resigned in solidarity to Fubara? We don't know yet, because I'm sure he was appointed by Fubara. And if his principal that appointed him is no longer in office, he might not see any need to continue in that same capacity, because that would mean something different, supporting the oppressors of his boss. So the way things are in Rivers State, only God knows the direction they are going. I'm telling you, the direction they are going, we don't know yet. So let me see. Somebody said a brainwashed loyalist. Oh, wow. HOS is a civil servant, not a political appointee. Exactly. But then he must have been promoted to that level in some ways. So if eventually that Fubara was reinstated again, what is his hope? Fubara, how market? Can you imagine what these ones are saying? They are rejoicing Fubara with Wike, or replacing Fubara with Wike. This is abnormal for a civil servant not to give the required notice or pay in lieu of notice. Anything outside this means the gentleman being forced out of office. Democracy is now being eroded. Exactly. Somebody who is head of service has worked more than almost 30 years and is a senior person in the civil service. That man will not be less than grade level 16 or 17. And now the person is resigning and they are just giving 2 lines of appreciation, and that ended it. He must have been forced out, I'm telling you. It's possible. So everything that has a beginning has an end, and the will be shameful. How? Everything that has a beginning will have an end. First casualty of the so-called illegal state of emergency, of course. No, it's not the first casualty, because the governor is a casualty, so this might be the second. The next is the chief judge of the state. Yes, so they will remove him, because that is the man that has not allowed them to do their, what do they call it, the impeachment they wanted to do on Fubara. They will find a way to remove him, I'm telling you. The president has said in his broadcast that the judiciary will not be touched. Let's hope he will keep to his word. Like that line, they will remove that one. The judiciary will not be touched. It's not in the state level. It's in the federal level. That is it. They will remove that man because he will not do their bidding. That is the thing. Rivers head of service forced to resign in Nigeria. Others go follow. not be lie. Others go follow. What is the actual age of this head of service? For them to say he resigned, it means that he has not finished his job. That is it. I'm not sure he's done. Now, of what importance is the seat of the head of service to either Wike or the president? Somebody will come now. Somebody will come. Something. He looks like a 70-year-old man. Wow. No, he looks the same age with Wike. Abi, he's just 55 years old man. Now he look like that. Now wow. So the way we are seeing it now, of course, people will see a lot of political undertone in this matter. People will see and suspect that morally he's being forced out of office, and it is possible there are so many things that will not be said. He won't just wake up and leave office and just resign without notice, without, if he's 55 years of age, then he must have reached the required age for retirement, and so he shouldn't be resigned, rather he should be retired. That is it. Even though it is compulsory retirement or whatever, but it must be tagged retirement and not to resignation. But now that it is tagged resignation, most likely he must have been asked to leave the office or he will get something else. I'm telling you. And he has seen the handwriting on the wall and probably accepted to resign and to give them space. So I know that Ekwe Ibas coming to become the governor or administrator of Rivers State, the plan is to dismantle Fubara structure. Fubara had already built a structure that will not allow Tinubu to shake or Wike to shake in 2027. So they are busy dismantling that structure. I just hope that maybe when Fubara comes back in 3 months' time, most likely, because they are reducing the suspension from 6 months to 3 months, he will be able to change the structure again. They want to make things very, very difficult for him. Now, these 3 months or 6 months or whatever they are agreeing to do suspension is to allow Ekwe Ibas, restructure the state in favor of Wike and put people down in everywhere. So that by the time, in fact, they are going to use this administrator to conduct the local government election in Rivers State. And I'm sure after the election, that is the major assignment. After the election, and Wike men would have taken over all the states, then his assignment is accomplished, he can go. And then that time they will say, Fubara, you can come back. The only thing, because they know that local government council is the key thing about election in the state. So if you don't have the local government chairman in your pocket, then you are not going to anywhere, because they are the people that will receive the election materials, they are the people that will distribute them, they are the people that will supervise the elections at ward levels, and they are the people that will do the election practically. So, and for Wike, Fubara to have succeeded in, working that structure to favor himself, Wike has to destroy that structure, because that means that both Wike and Tinubu will not breathe in 2027. And APP will just take over that state, and then Fubara at that time will decamp from PDP to APC. So in order for all the Fubara plan not to work, that's the reason they are doing all these things. And then they're going to use Ekwe Ibas to reinstate their own structure before calling Fubara back. A very terrible plot, I'm telling you. And Tinubu is doing that because he definitely wants to take over Lagos, Rivers State and Kano State and FCT. It's okay. Thank you for listening. Let's have your comments.